broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, their bombs singing out, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home and the
Well, good Saturday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, we're bringing you the championship race for Nascom Online, and we've got 4 drivers ready to duke it out. It's Mark Arthur, Nick Okie, Sam Baumgarten, and Dalton Kilroe getting ready to do battle for the championship here tonight. All the points have been reset between the top 4 drivers. Whoever gets in front of the other is going to be our champion here tonight from Nascom. And we're doing it live right here from ISM Raceway, formerly known as Phoenix. It's a 1-mile track, and it is warm. Temperature out there, it's going to be 79 degrees air temperature, but the story of the night going to be that 91 degree track temperature, and it is giving these guys fits so far as setup goes. Open setup, which means each guy can make their own setup and try and get it the right way to get around this very odd shaped little track. This 1 mile, you have some banking, but the big corner of the night gonna be turn 3. It's flat, and you've got to drive it a little bit differently than any other corner here tonight. That's the story. Getting into it, Mark Arthur is right now the top dog of the league so far this season. He's racked up an impressive 13 wins. Nick Okie, another gentleman battling it out here for the championship so far this season. 29 top 10s, including 11 top 5s with 1 win. Sam Baumgarten, he is one of the guys battling it out for that championship. Look out for him. He has got 5 wins this season, 28 top 10s with 25 top 5 finishes here so far this season. Dalton Kilroe, the last of the 4. He has racked up an impressive 6 wins, 33 top 10s with 23 top 5s for Dalton as we get ready to roll. Do want to get a word in maybe with the winningest driver of the season. Let's see if we can do it. Let's get he doesn't know we're going to do it either, and we're going to bring him up live on camera as we talk to him. Let's get Mark Arthur up here. He's the driver of the number 12, the winningest driver here of the season. Mark, this is going to be a championship run for you. You've got some stiff competition out there. Nick Okie, Sam Baumgarten, Dalton Kilroe. What's the key to success here tonight? Yeah, Nick has been struggling a little bit. Can't quite find, I don't know if it's the setup or just can't find the ability to drive out of turn 3. We were talking about that prior to the race. It is a little bit flatter of a turn. almost completely, almost, you know, and you have to drive that one just a little bit different. Tonight, Mark, though, you don't have to win the race to win the championship. What is your goal here for tonight? All right. That's words out of the number 12 here tonight. It's Mark Arthur getting ready to battle it out here for a championship. And we want to thank him for joining us up in the booth. He's not the only one that's going for that championship, though. We are going to talk now to Mr. Sam Baumgarten. Sam Baumgarten going to try for that championship as well. Sam, Chris up in the booth. Do you have a copy? All right, bud. Well, I was looking at the scoring and stats. You've had a pretty darn impressive season. 28 top 10s, 25 top 5s, and throw in 5 wins on the season. What is going to be the ability? What do you got to do tonight to make it so that you can win the championship, knowing that a victory isn't necessarily what has to do it? All right, patience going to be the key. Sam, thank you very much for coming on up to talk to me, and good luck to you in the race. Sam Baumgarten going to be out there getting it ready to roll, and we'll see if he is able to pull out a championship here last moment. Let's see. We've got Nick Okie. I know Nick, he's having a tough time of it. Let's talk to Nick, and he is trying to figure out this track still, it seems like. Nick, Chris up in the booth, do you have a copy? Nick. All right. Well, Nick, here we are. You're battling it out for the race championship, or for the season championship rather. And you know, I was listening in prior to the race. The setup isn't coming easy to you. Have you made any adjustments since then? Have you kind of figured anything out? All right, Nick. Well, good luck tonight. And gosh darn it, I hate it when that happens, guys. I am so sorry. I have got to start this one over. Nick, I'm going to keep talking to you here for just a moment. Seems like I may have made a little faux pas. I'm not used to being up here solo, as you know, and yeah, I kind of had you muted. All right, Nick. So we're going to go over it one more time. What's it going to take to win tonight?
It's gonna take a lot of luck here. We got some guys out here, you know, they're running fast. They got their setup dialed in. I'm struggling a little bit with my speed, but in the longer runs, my tire wear is looking pretty good. So hopefully here my fall off's not as bad, and just race as hard as I can and try and finish where I finish.
All right, Nick, thanks very much for joining us up in the booth. And now we got to get everybody back up here one more time. And Mark, you're absolutely right. Nobody was hearing you guys because, well, I'm not used to being up here solo, and I had that side of the stream muted. All right, bud. So Roger Muth joining us up here. Hey, we kind of already talked about it, but why don't you go ahead? What is it going to take to win the championship here tonight, knowing that you don't have to win the race necessarily, but you definitely have to finish ahead of the other drivers?
Well, like I said before, it's just long run, basically, in these. If we can go caution free, it generally tends to be the guy with the best tires at the end of the runs tends to do the best. So that's my goal, is not really worry about stages. I mean, if I'm fast, I'm fast. I'm not going to be trying to push it because we have the one reset here. So if I if I can be there at the end with my reset still in place, you know, in case something bad happens toward the end. That's my goal, just to be fast in that last stage.
And that's the trick, holding on to that quick repair. Mark, thank you again for joining me. I had to get you back up here, and we're going to do the same for Sam and then get a hold of Dalton as well.
All right, Chris.
All right, buddy. All right, Sam, I got you back here because I had you muted. My fault. What's it going to take for you to win? What's it going to take for you to beat Mark Arthur here tonight?
Like I said, it's going to be like, it's just going to be a lot of patience tonight. Mark's really good at these tracks, so he's definitely the biggest competition, I feel like, tonight, which is usual here in Nascom. So, I mean, we got a good setup. She's a little loose to start, starts to tighten up mid-run, so we'll try and run him down and see if we can't take this championship, but I keep your eyes on Mark.
All right, bud. We're going to get you back down there, get ready to grid it up. And I do not want to miss Dalton Kilrow, although this is going to be very quick. Dalton, driver of the number 41. Chris, up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, bud. I know we don't have a lot of time here as we're getting ready to qualify. Actually, qualifying has already begun. But I wanted to get your impression of what is it going to take here to win the championship. You're one of the top 4 drivers, an impressive bout of stats here as I look over them. You had 33 top 10s, 23 top 5s, and 6 race wins this season, and it all comes down to tonight.
Yeah, it does. For me, it's gonna take just hitting my marks, hoping that I've got the setup right and don't fall off a cliff after about 10 laps. It's gonna be tough to stick it to Mark or Sam or really even Nick, because more often than not, those 3 guys are always up there ahead of me. So if anything, I'm kind of viewing myself as the underdog here tonight. But you know, we'll see how it is, especially with getting told about 2-3 days ago that I've got COVID. This is fun. If you couldn't tell by my raspy freaking voice.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that you're under the weather. So hats off to you for being out here even tonight, and good luck to you, bud. It's all on the line here tonight for the championship.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Dalton Kilrow joining us up here in the booth, getting ready to work. And the difference between sim racing and real racing is he's able to do it. We've got plenty of social distancing by virtue of being virtual. And that is going to do it for those pre-race highlights. And Terry's out there saying he's going to wreck the 12. I don't know, Terry, if you should actually I don't know if you should put it out there, bud, that you're going to be wrecking anybody, but you know, whatever, to each their own. Terry Foster saying he's going to wreck the 12. That's Mark Arthur. All right, tonight we've got championship race on the line. 4 drivers ready to do battle. Mark Arthur, Nick Okie, Sam Baumgarten, and Dalton Kilrow. The 4 we're going to be watching here tonight as this race getting ready to start here pretty soon. Qualifying already underway, and it is going to be a good one here tonight. Why don't we go ahead and bring up the tower? Let's see who's qualified so far. We've got Smith, Baumgarten, Cowgill, O'Brien, and Paulson, the top 5, and Nick Okie and Tim Bills out on track right now. We're watching Nick Okie. Okie runs, well, he had a 4th for just a second, but then gets beat out. Back to 5th for Okie. He is one of those drivers that we've been watching. Dalton Kilrow steps out on track in his number 41, getting ready to set his time. Championship race. And you know, guys, it's not going to be a big field here tonight, and that happens very often in league racing, where at the end of the season, if you're not a part of it, some drivers decide that they're going to wait. Oh, Roger. Well, yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you're having the ice cream, bud. Me, I'm having something. 12-ounce cans all night long. Oh my goodness, Kilrow, very loose coming out of the corner. I hope that's not part of his normal set. Hopefully he's got a qualifying set and a race set here tonight, but 5th place nonetheless. His best time a 27.98. Mark Arthur coming out on track in his number 12, the Care Bears number 12. Arthur looking to try and secure himself a top spot here for the start of this race. Top speeds here, roughly around 154 miles an hour around ISM, and Mark Arthur looking to try and score himself a pole. He is alive right now. This is going to be his first hot lap. Guys, I've got some very interesting stuff to show you as this race goes on. I've got live driver cams going on, and that's not the least of it. I've got some other stuff. I've already kind of seen it, and I can't wait to share it with you. It's going to be a lot of fun. So stick around. This is the first time Nascom has been on Turn 3 Racing Network as Mark Arthur pulls out a wicked 27.49, just beating out Marquis Smith. Marquis Smith with a 27.50. You see the differential on the board between Arthur Smith and Baumgarten. My Lord, is that tight. And we're just waiting for another driver to come out. Let's see who it's going to be. Maybe nobody. Nobody's looking to step on track. Fastest driver during practice was Aaron Bockover, the 44. Nobody was touching that guy. He was fast here during practice, but Aaron Bockover deciding not to come out to qualify. At least so far. All right, how about this? It's TRJ Karting Toyota Camry. It's Ian Habiak. Habiak looking to qualify. Know Ian pretty well. He's a driver of the league on Sunday nights here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Let's see what the kid can do. Just turned 18 not that long ago. So I still call him the kid out of habit. He's got a couple other nicknames. We'll stick with the kid tonight. Nothing bad, by the way. Let's see what Ian's got. Usually, he's got his father in his ear as a spotter. Tonight, not the case. Tim taking the night off. As Ian rolls through, so far so good. A 28.19 for Ian Habia. Good enough for 8th place so far. And it looks like he is going to call it good as he shuts down the motor of that Toyota Camry. So we've got a few drivers still that have not come out. We've got 5, in fact, that have not come out to qualify so far. And we're just waiting. It's going to be an interesting battle here. Again, top 4 drivers in the points setup here. Mark Arthur, Nick Okie, Sam Baumgarten, Dalton Kilroe. Those gentlemen are battling it out here tonight for a championship. And we have got some wicked action for you, including stage racing, by the way. Stage 1 going to end at the end of lap number 45. Stage number 2 at the end of lap 90. And then it is a battle all the way up to lap 200 here tonight. 200 laps at ISM. 200 miles. And it doesn't look like anybody else is going to come out for qualifying. So we're going to step away for just a moment. Got some bills to pay here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you're in need of a setup, make sure you check out Rocket Setups. Man, they are doing a heck of a job out there, getting everybody the setups they need to try and win throughout the various different vehicles and tracks here on iRacing. Tonight, it is the virtual ISM bringing it a championship run here at for Nascom Online. And we want to thank you all for tuning in here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. It's a late one here on a Saturday night for us at the Turn 3 Racing Network. Don't normally bring these guys to you. It was asked to do a favor. I said, absolutely, we'll take care of it. And we'll see what happens here as qualifying getting slowly ready to come to an end. It looks like we have about, well, that's it. That was the end of qualifying right there. Oh, let's bring up the grid, get these guys everything they need to get this thing going. Starting on the pole tonight, it's going to be Outcast Autosports number 12, Mark Arthur, Marquise Smith out of the United States. Thank you, Marquise. It's going to be starting his number 10 in second spot. Sam Baumgarten going to be starting in third spot. Again, another member of Outcast Autosports. Then you got Tim Bills out of the Mid-South. He's starting his 37 in fourth. Got Patrick Cowgill in his number 31. Going to be starting on the inside third row. And we've got Dalton Kilrow starting his 41 machine in sixth. Inside row number 4, it's going to be the 9 car out of Outcast Autosports. It's Nick Okie. And then to his outside, you've got the 16 of Ian Habiak. And it looks like we have an Aussie or New Zealander, Kevin O'Brien, going to be starting his 84 out of 9th position. Derek Paulson out of Top Flight Racing going to be starting in 10th. Aaron Bockover out of TNA Motorsports going to be starting in 11th spot. Doug Thompson with his 13 going to be starting to his outside. And you've got James Bunch in the number 22. He's out of Carolina, going to be starting in 13th spot. Tex Perry in his 85. Mudhole Motorsports' own number 85, going to be starting in 14th spot. And bringing up the rear, shotgun position, it's going to be Terry and Man Foster out of TNA Motorsports. And that is the lineup here for tonight as the cars start rolling out, getting ready for 200 laps here at ISM. Again, my name is Chris. I am your host here tonight on the Turn 3 Racing Network, and we are proud to bring you this championship race from Nascom. All these cars rolling out, getting ready to go. Looks like 15 scheduled to start. Mark Arthur on the pole, inside row number 1. Marquis Smith to his outside. Sam Baumgarten, Tom Bills make up row number 2. And 2 out of those 4 drivers are in the hunt for the chase as we go under green for the first time here tonight at ISM. Mark Arthur with an early lead here. Mark Arthur out of Roanoke, Virginia, and he is kicking those ponies all the way down this straightaway into the corner. Mark Arthur leading Marquis Smith. Smith holding on to that second spot here on championship night. He's 24 years old at Idaho Falls. One of those 4 drivers contending for the championship. It's Sam Baumgarten out of Mars, Pennsylvania. He is really racking up that 53, trying to catch the front 2 as Marquis Smith and Mark Arthur starting to separate just a little bit. Tom Bills right behind them. Bills in the 37, holding on the 4th spot. Here comes Dalton Kilrow with the COVID and all. Kilrow out of Ormond Beach, Florida, looking to try and make his way up towards the front. Sam Baumgarten just ran the fastest lap last time by a 27.84 for Sam Baumgarten, and now he is trying to close the gap on Marquis Smith and Mark Arthur. How about Ian Habiak? Habiak is out of the Carolinas, and Habiak not really contending for a championship here tonight, but would love a great finish to the race season, running 7th spot right now with Derek Paulson right behind him. Derek Paulson running that 6 car. That's the Michael Folks Designs number 6, the MF on the hood, giving it away. And then you got Tex Perry. He's out of West Virginia, and he is the admin here tonight for the Nascom Online Series. Nick Okie, we talked about him, but prior to the race starting, was unsure where he was as far as setup goes right now. He's sitting inside the top 10, 10th spot for Nick Okie. Doug Thompson running in 11th position with Kevin O'Brien right behind him in his number 84. Then it's Terry Foster, and it looks like Aaron Bockover and James Bounce did not take the green flag here tonight. Back up front, it is Mark Arthur leading the way. Marquis Smith looking down to the inside, couldn't quite get there. A little bit of too much of a gap here for him to catch up here at ISM. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in late here on a Saturday night for the Turn 3 Racing Network. This is going to be a good one, and I am so proud to be here to bring you this championship race. Mark Arthur up front being chased down by Marquis Smith. Let's take a look inside of the cockpit of the number 12, your race leader, the driver cam on Mark Arthur. Drop right into the cockpit so we can see what he sees and watch him work that wheel, and he is working that wheel. Look at it, sawing back and forth, back and forth. How long is this setup going to be good? We're going to have to wait and find out, as we are only on lap number 8 of 200. Mark isn't the only one we have on camera here tonight. How about second place runner Marquis Smith right behind him? Marquis trying to get to that back bumper as they head into the corner. Slightly different lines here. You see Mark Arthur on the as he enters the last turn, really able to get down to that yellow line. Marquis Smith was just up from it by about a foot and a half, and that can be just enough to kind of wool him up a little bit. But it seems like turn 1 is Marquis Smith's friend as he got right to the back bumper of Mark Arthur, and you can really see what's going on in there. How about third spot? It belongs to Sam Baumgarten. We have him too. Sam Baumgarten sitting there trying to saw on that wheel, trying to get to the back bumper of Marquis Smith. A little bit of a separation, maybe one and a half car lengths back is Sam Baumgarten to Marquis Smith, but look at him close it up here through turn 1. My goodness, did he really close it in there. And of course, we've got Dalton Kilrow here tonight on camera. Kilrow's got a big separation from his 5th place spot up to 4th. He can still see him, and that's about the best thing you can say about it right now. Kilrow running his own line, running his own race tonight. Everybody kind of looking for that championship run. The 4 drivers able to do it once again. Mark Arthur, Nick Okie, Sam Baumgarten, and Dalton Kilrow. Let's go ahead and check in on Nick Okie. Okie sitting in that 10th spot. You see the gap ahead of him from Ian Habiak. Okie trying to find a line for the setup that he's got, and so far not happy with that out of the 9 car. Do have a couple of other drivers out there on camera. We'll bring those to you here in just a little bit. But right now, we go back up front and check out this battle, and it is brewing hard here for the race lead. 4 cars in contention. The 10 of Marquis Smith really is putting some pressure on to Mark Arthur. Sam Baumgarten, Tim Bills right there to join the party. Corey Sherman out in chat. Corey, how are you? Good to see you. There is one TNA driver out there. It's Terry Foster driving his cheap tobacco number 26. And Terry right now, he is in the 12th position. He has gone up 3 spots since the beginning of this race. Kevin O'Brien in the 84 just behind him. Back up front, though, it is Mark Arthur leading the way. A 4-car shootout here for first place. Arthur, Smith, Baumgarten, Bills, they're all working it. single file right now. We'll find out how much longer they're going to wait before they start looking to pass each other. It is stage racing here tonight. Stage number 1 going to end at the end of lap number 45. So Mark Arthur looking pretty strong here in this first stage. Marquis Smith has been all over him. Right now there is a slight gap, only about 0.3 of a second, maybe 2.5 car lengths between Mark Arthur and Marquis Smith. The 53 of Sam Baumgarten has a mirror full of Tim Bills. Bills all over him. Sam right now just trying to stay ahead of the 37. The 37 taking a peek down to the inside. This could be a pass for third spot. Bills and Baumgarten rubbing, going through the corner. The 37 going to take it away. Tim Bills by a nose, and now Baumgarten trying to fight back on the outside. Baumgarten not done yet, trying to get third spot back, coming through the corner and across the line. Baumgarten takes it back. Baumgarten back to third. Bills, Baumgarten battling it out here for third spot. It's not done yet. They're pillar to pillar going through the corner. Baumgarten holding on to the outside line. Tim Bills trying to hold on to the inside line. Baumgarten trying to hold on to the momentum that you get on the outside. And Bills right now might be starting to take a little bit of advantage on that shorter way around this track. Bills by a nose out of the corner, and Baumgarten powers back. They touch again. Baumgarten into the wall. That should be a caution, but Baumgarten able to straighten it out. No caution on the field. Baumgarten loses a ton of position, back to 7th spot. Really unfortunate for the 53. And Sam Baumgarten has to gather himself back up, get it back rolling. Did a good job to keep the green flag out, but boy, he almost would have loved a caution there. He lost a ton of positions. Went from battling for third spot all the way back to 7th position is Sam Baumgarten. Checking in on Nick Okie. Okie kind of still running his line. He is in the top 10, running in that 10th spot. He's down 3 positions since the drop of the green flag, looking to try and get it back, and maybe that setup will come to him. He was talking pre-race about the tires not quite going away, and maybe the long run will suit that 9 car. We'll have to stand back and watch and wait to see what happens with the 9 car. Back up front, checking in on your race leader, it's Mark Arthur, and he has developed himself quite the gap over what is now second place runner Tim Bills as he goes sideways. Marquis Smith fights back on the outside. Smith looking to try and hold on to second. Bills looking to try and take it over on the inside. The 37 has him through the corner, and Marquis Smith battling back. This is going to be the deciding corner to the front stretch. After this corner, it is Smith and Bills battling for second spot. Bills seems to have taken it. He has. Crossover move by Marquis. Heading into 1, couldn't quite make it happen. Marquis Smith not giving up, and the guy that's benefiting from this, Mark Arthur, as those 2 drivers are racing side by side. Mark Arthur pulling away. The gap now 2.25 seconds. We'll take a look in on our race leader as he is sawing on that wheel through the corners. Down the straightaway, it's pretty steady through this corner with a little bit of banking. Not too bad. I think it was turn number 3 or 4 where we saw Mark just really sawing on that wheel. Let's find out if it's here. Not too bad. That setup might be coming around to him. Time for a cheap plug here on Turn 3 Racing Network. We're going to bring up the camera of Terry Foster. Terry Foster, look at that. Cheap Tobacco, Turn 3. He wrote it because I was giving him a little bit of a talking to before the race that, hey, I said, where's your Turn 3 sticker? He said, I don't have one. And that's not acceptable. He wrote it out. Good enough for tonight. Terry Foster is going to be in trouble here pretty soon because Mark Arthur is rolling around this track and he doesn't have that much of room before he catches Terry Foster. Foster, the last driver on the lead lap, sitting in 12th position. Now, to be fair about Terry, he does have a bum foot. We call him COVID foot Terry. He calls himself Demand. We call him COVID foot. Gotta be careful about how much I pick on him. He's usually listening in on the broadcast. I don't want to get him laughing and wreck him. Mark Arthur still our race leader. 1.77, so the gap is starting to close. Tim Bill starting to close that up. The 37 has a little bit more work to do. 1 3/4 of a second. The gap from first to second. Then it's Marquis Smith sitting in third position. Derek Paulson sitting in fourth. And Sam Baumgarten has made his way back up to fifth position after falling all the way back to seventh. He's actually just getting around Dalton Kilrow. Championship implications are right there between those two drivers. The question was asked at the beginning of this broadcast, if you don't win, what do you have to do to win? And obviously you got to finish ahead of the other drivers. Well, Mark Arthur right now, he says, forget all that. I want the win. So far this season, he does have 13 victories and would like to tally it up to 14. Try and make himself a 14-time winner and champion here at Nascom Online. Bringing you all the action again here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Can't thank you enough for joining us. It's kind of a late one here on the East Coast before this one gets done. And we do appreciate you hanging out with us. Marquis Smith holding on to that third spot. He's got Derek Paulson quite a ways away. Paulson has about a 2-second gap between himself sitting in fourth spot and Marquis Smith sitting in third. Marquis going around Terry Foster. Ian Habiak now down a lap, just coming out of pit road, it looks like. So Habiak stops. Get a little service on that Toyota Camry. Mark Arthur, your race leader here in his number 12. And, well, we're having a little fun with the picture that he has there. But that is, in fact, Mark, as much as I hate to say it. Tim Bill's in the 37, running in second spot here on championship night. Nascom Online, live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And then it's Marquis Smith. Trying to hold on to that third spot, doing a good job here so far. He is down one spot since the beginning of this one, but plenty of time and race to make it all up. There have been a few drivers that have come down pit road to get service on their cars already. Mark Arthur, though, not one of those drivers. Tim Bills, Marquis Smith, Derek Paulson, Sam Baumgarten have stayed out. Looks like Dalton Kilrow and Tex Perry on pit road right now. The 6-car, Derek Paulson bringing it down pit road. Dalton Kilrow still on pit road. A long pit stop for Dalton. Looks like the average time on pit road about 49 seconds or so. Mark Arthur on pit road. He surrenders the lead over to Tim Bills, and Marquis Smith now sits in second spot. Sam Baumgarten has made his way back up to third through all these pit stops. So the question now becomes, how much longer will Tim Bills stay out there, knowing that there might be drivers out there with new tires that are going around this track much faster than he's able to at this point. Lap number 37 of 200. Remember, stage number 1 going to end at lap number 45. 45, the end of the stage number 1. And Tim Bills is right behind Mark Arthur. Arthur is trying to stay on the lead lap, and so far so good for him, but he's got the race leader right behind him. Marquis Smith surrenders his position and comes down pit road. Sam Baumgarten is sitting in second position. Tim Bills in the 37R race leader, waiting for him to come down pit road. Will he make it the rest of the way in this stage? 6 laps to go for Tim Bills. Sam Baumgarten bringing it down pit road, and I got to be honest, that's starting to tell me that you cannot make it here on a tank of fuel. So we watch for Tim Bills to bring it down pit road, and that is going to shuffle everything back up. Here he comes, race leader surrenders it, coming down pit road, and that should give the lead back over to Mark Arthur. Arthur looking to try and take advantage of coming down pit road sooner than anybody, well, anybody else in the top 3 for sure. Mark Arthur getting it done. Nick Okie being scored down 1 lap. That could be the end of his season unless he can get it back. Mark Arthur right now still being scored in second spot, has to pass Tim Bills. Tim Bills still on pit road. Mark Arthur does finally get past him. Mark Arthur is your race leader once again with just 5 laps to go before the caution waves. Harry Foster sitting on pit road, getting service done to his cheap tobacco number 86. Meanwhile, up front it is Mark Arthur leading the way. Mark does have Nick Okie right behind him. Okie 1 lap down, would love to try and get it back. At the very least right now, he would be the lucky dog when the caution flies. Okie may be trying to do it the old-fashioned way, though, as he peeked down to the inside of Mark, and Okie just couldn't get it done. Mark Arthur working on lap number 42. Stage going to end in just a few laps. Arthur has a good size lead over Tim Bills, excuse me. Bills was leading this race, but he stayed out a little bit longer than Mark, and now he is paying the price. 5 seconds, the gap from first to second. Okie still trying to get that lap back. Just not able to get there. Okie actually might be a little faster than Arthur right now. That setup might be starting to come to him. Check in on Patrick Cowgill. We haven't talked about him very much right now, sitting in 9th position in his number 31. Cowgill, the last car on the lead lap right now. Well, Doug Thompson, a former champion here in the Nascom Online Series. Thompson right now sitting in 11th position. He's 1 lap down as He is now the first car one lap down. Nico Kie able to get around Mark Arthur. At the end of this lap, caution flag should fly for the first time here from ISM. It's championship night. 4 drivers on the hook here trying to win a championship, and one of them is the race leader right now, the 12 car of Mark Arthur. Arthur goes across the start finish line. The start lap number 46. Still no caution. Well, I was told the stages were going to be 45, 90, and then a race to 200, but these guys still going. There's the yellow flag. First caution of the night. So Mark Arthur going to be the stage 1 winner here tonight in his number 12 car. That'll certainly put a boost to the 12 as he is battling it out for a championship. He is the top driver of the championship chase. Nico Kie, one of those drivers in the championship hunt. He is running in 10th spot. Sam Baumgarten running in 7th spot. And Dalton Kilrow running, Baumgarten and Kilrow just swapped. So Baumgarten in 6th, Kilrow in 7th. Those are your 4 drivers that we're keeping an eye on here on Championship Night live on the Turn 3 Racing Network here at ISM. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be right back right after these messages.
Simulated racing can be awesome, but it can also be kind of a free-for-all. Interestingly, auto racing faced the same problem in its earlier days. Whether it was on the back roads, the beaches, or the city streets, the racing was always fun. But there was always a certain level of chaos or danger, until some folks came along and put some order to all of this. Stuff like official racetracks, regulations about weight and equipment, and enforcement of standards. That's what gave us high-speed excitement, fast-paced action, and photo finishes. That's when racing became racing. The guys over at iRacing.com have made the same transformation in the world of sim racing. See, iRacing analyzes the performance and results of each driver in every race, so you can be sure you're always placed in races where the competition will be tight, and that those reckless drivers who ruin it for us all will be kept in the pits. Not to mention that with members in over 130 countries already in their vast community, you can find races day and night, so you can always get in the action. You can even join a league of your favorite series, and work your way up to one of 7 world championships, offering over $500,000 in prize money. And since updates are always automatic, you don't have to worry about software and can focus on the track. Zip up your fire suit and check out iRacing.com.
Back live here at ISM under caution for the first time here tonight to signify the end of stage number 1. Your stage 1 winner going to be Mark Arthur here tonight. So Arthur is leading the race. He's led every lap so far. He's got Tim Bills going to be restarting to his outside. Bills is fast. Just kind of got off from the pace of the race leader. Marky Smith going to be restarting in 3rd position. Then it's Derek Paulson and Dalton Kilrow. Patrick Cowgill, Ian Habiak, Nico Kie, and Sam Baumgarten and Tex Perry. Oh, Tex Perry right now on pit road. But those are being the top 10 as of this point. Pace car lights are off. We're getting ready to go back under the green flag here at ISM. Formerly known as Phoenix, this 1 mile track really does give you some pretty exciting racing. And here we are for championship night. Weather hasn't changed all that much. 81 degrees outside temperature. Track sitting at 90 degrees. So actually the track has cooled down 1 degree since qualifying time. Mark Arthur, it's been a long time since I've called a race with him as a race car driver, normally an admin here on one of our leagues. As the pace car drops down and Mark Arthur wasting no time at all, he hits the loud pedal and we're back under the green flag. Marquis Smith battling with Bills for second spot on the inside. Marquis Smith looking to take it over the outside line, not where you want to be to restart this one, because here comes Dalton Kilroy looking to also take a spot from Bills. Bills has got to stop the bleeding. The 37 going backwards. Derek Paulson now working the inside. Derek Paulson trying to take away another spot from Tim Bills, being scored right now in the 4th spot, but Derek Paulson at the line had him by just a nose. The difference between the Ford body and the Chevy body at the line gave Derek Paulson the spot. Now here comes Tim Bills battling back on the outside. We saw this earlier. Tim Bills can get around on this outside when he's up to speed. Derek Paulson to the inside. Oh, Bills with a big slide. Paulson with a little slide. And Paulson not able to hold on. Bills collects 4th spot back from Derek Paulson. We got a battle for 6th spot right behind Paulson. It's between Sam Baumgarten and Patrick Calgill. Calgill to the outside gives that spot up to Sam Baumgarten. Baumgarten now back up into the 6th spot. O'Brien in the 84 on track, but down 2 laps. The only driver down any laps at all at this point. The 84 are going to try and get those back as this race continues on. It's been green flag racing, except for the stage break that we took after the end of stage number 1. Stage 2 going to be coming at you at the end of lap number 90 here tonight. And again, Marquis Smith showing this early run speed that he had earlier in the first stage. He is able to stay with Mark Arthur right on the back bumper, really. And Marquis just now trying to figure out a way to get there. Let's check in on Nick Okie. Okie running in the 9th position. He's got the 85 of Tex Perry taking a peek to the inside. Tex trying to get there, cannot do it that time by. Okie holds on to it. Tex getting close enough to slam him in the rear. Okie tries to stay away. Okie goes up, Tex goes down. Okie might be in trouble here. Tex down to the inside. Tex Perry looking for a spot. And Perry not able to do it. He falls back in line. He is right on the back door of Nick Okie. This is a battle for 9th position. Now Tex Perry swings it down to the inside. Tex Perry looks to take the inside, and he does. Nick Okie had nothing for him through that corner. Okie may try to get back underneath him, and he cannot do it as much as he tried. Back up front, it's Mark Arthur with a mirror full of Marquis Smith. In 3rd spot, it's Dalton Kilroy. Kilroy, one of those drivers looking for a championship here tonight. He's got to get past 2 drivers to secure a spot. And right now, he is doing everything he can. He's got Tim Bills right behind him. Bills in 4th spot. He is fast here tonight, and it looks like he might have a long run type of car. Bills settles in behind the number 41. Sam Baumgarten getting it done around this track right now. Sits in the top 5, 5th spot for the 53 machine. And Serby looking to try and do just a little bit better. He's got Tim Bills and Don Kilroy just ahead of him within striking distance, as Bills looking to the inside. Oh, shut down by the 41. Don Kilroy with an aggressive block there of the 37. Kilroy keeps it right down to the yellow line. That leaves no place for the 37 to go. Back out onto the front stretch now is Dalton Kilrow and Tim Bills. Bills without the momentum stuffs it right to the back bumper of the 41. Dalton Kilrow. That's not social distancing, ladies and gentlemen. Kilrow does have the COVID, so Bills has got to be careful. Bills continuing to look to the inside, a slightly different line out of Dalton Kilrow. He's entering a little bit higher and then dropping back down to that yellow line, and Tim Bills has not had a chance to put a bumper inside until right now. Tim Bills to the inside of Dalton Kilrow. Serby trying to get there. Sam Baumgarten in the 53, just trying to figure out which car he wants to follow. Word in from the number 44 of Aaron Bockover having a computer issue and stopping him from being able to grid his very fast number 44 here tonight. He says he is on his way to Martinsville for tomorrow night's race. Great battle going on track right now. Sam Baumgarten and Dalton Kilrow getting it done, and Sam Baumgarten is going to take a spot away. Derek Paulson now working the inside of Kilrow. The 6 car takes a spot, but Kilrow fighting back on the outside. Dalton, you can tell he's not feeling well, just not being the racer that I'm accustomed to seeing. And Kilrow lets it slide. Derek Paulson goes on by. Word in from Terry Foster. Not able to keep going here tonight. The COVID foot giving him too much trouble. And so he has to step out of his machine. And that's really unfortunate for Terry Foster. Do love giving him a little bit of a shot here and there, and now, you know, he's not even around to do it. Oh, yeah, he's still around. Let's go ahead and get a word in with him. Terry Foster, Chris up in the booth. You got a copy. We'll try it one more time.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, Chris.
Oh, okay.
I was listening to the broadcast. Sorry, man.
No, that's okay, Terry. Hey, bud. I know. Listen, this is something that's been well documented. We know about it. Maybe not here on the Nascom side of things, but certainly on Sunday nights, we know all about what's going on with you. And tonight, the foot just not able to make it the length of the race here tonight.
No, dude, I've done a lot of practicing today too, and it's hurting a little bit. And I don't want to get here and mess something up if I don't hit the brakes just right and something, because this guy's got this championship going on.
No, that's about what I expect out of you, Terry. Very gentlemanly of you to step away from the race and trying not to get in the way. We do have a championship going on here tonight. Do you have a favorite?
I'm kind of watching Mark and Sam. I mean, Mark's just out there tearing that track up, man. He come by me, like I was sitting still earlier, and Sam, I think Sam's just biding his time a little bit.
Yeah, I think Sam has a fast car, and he just hasn't shown it yet. Right now, being scored in the 4th spot. And Mark Arthur, of course, has led way more laps than just about anybody else out there. The only other driver to lead a lap here tonight is going to be Tim Bills. Now, anyways, Terry, it's a pleasure to have you up here, and look forward to chatting with you tomorrow night.
Yeah, I'll definitely be in here tomorrow night with you guys. And like I said, I apologize to Nascom. I really wanted to do this tonight, and I had a setup. It was okay for about 20 laps, man. Then it just fell off, and so, oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah, well, along those lines, Terry, it wouldn't be me if I didn't ask. Who do you got to thank on the number 86 here tonight?
Of course, Cheap Tobacco, my main sponsor, and Old Dominion Freight Lines is another main sponsor. And of course, Turn 3 up there. Every week, you guys do something cool for us.
Yeah, we definitely try and mix it up.
Well, I shouldn't say for everybody, but yeah, man, I appreciate you guys coming out and doing this tonight for Nascom.
Yeah, it's our pleasure to do it, Terry. And thank you once again, and we will talk to you tomorrow night, bud.
All right, buddy. Thanks, Chris.
Terry Foster, driver of the number 86, not able to complete tonight's scheduled distance of 200 laps. He does have a bad foot. Him and I have talked about that for a long time now, and hopefully some relief around the corner here for Terry Foster, a good guy. I hate to see anybody in pain like that. Mark Arthur still up front. He's got Marquis Smith right behind him. Marquis Smith not letting go of the back bumper yet. And then in third spot, it's going to be Tim Bills. Bills kind of running out there all by himself. He's got Sam Baumgarten behind him by about 2 seconds. I'll make it almost 3 seconds. Baumgarten being followed by Derek Paulson. Paulson, one of those very quick drivers. You got to watch out for him. He's sneaky like that. Derek Paulson taking a look to the inside. Couldn't get there. Didn't have the speed for that front stretch. Behind Derek Paulson, it's the 41 of Dalton Kilroe. Kilroe, one of the championship drivers as well. So you've got 3 of them inside of the top 6. The last of the championship contenders here tonight, it's Nick Okie. Okie running in the 10th spot and still suffering from a setup that he is not comfortable with. And you can tell Nick Okie is a very excellent driver, and to have him marred back in 10th spot, not something I would be accustomed to calling on a normal night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So 2 drivers not starting the race here tonight. We've got one driver who will not make it. We know Terry Foster. And then we've got Kevin O'Brien. O'Brien is out there, but he is 2 laps down. So a big gap to try and fill here. In fact, here comes Mark Arthur behind him by just about a straightaway. Mark Arthur going to try and put him down 3 laps. So the 84 is in trouble. Lap number 75, the break not coming for another 16 laps here. Make it 15 as Arthur crosses the start-finish line. Arthur now is starting to separate himself from Marquis Smith. The gap almost 7/10 of a second, with Bills in third. 1.4 seconds out is Bills. Baumgarten about 5.5 seconds out. Arthur come here with a plan, and it is working out for him and his number 12. That is a very pink car. Lori, I said the same thing. If you were privy to some pre-race conversations that we had, that's not the worst thing he's shown tonight. Mark Arthur having fun on a night where he could become the Nascom online champion here in 2020. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching Nascom online, and it's good to see a little bit of a crowd out there watching. These guys have put on a heck of a show here tonight. Only 1 caution so far. It was for the end of stage number 1. The end of stage number 2 is coming just around the corner, about 11 laps, 12 laps away from finishing up stage number 2. Mark Arthur won the stage 1 and is looking to try and duplicate that. And nobody has come down pit road yet for this second stage, and I believe they're going to have to. So it's just a matter of when are they going to do it. Most of these drivers down pit road the last time on lap number 47. A couple of, well, one lap 48. Lap 48 belongs to Doug Thompson, again a former champion here at Nascom Online, and the 13 just not having the night that he was looking for here tonight. O'Brien not having the night he was looking for either. He sits 3 laps down, the only car 1 laps down at this point, so he is scheduled at this point to at least get 1 back care of the lucky dog when the yellow flies for the end of stage number 2. Arthur leading the way, and he definitely cares. That's what I've been told. 15 drivers to start tonight's race. 12 of them still out there. Mark Arthur leading the way as he has for most of this race. And it's been a little while since we've done it, but let's go ahead and drop down into the cockpit. Of Mark Arthur. We'll take a couple laps around this 1 mile track as he crosses over the start finish line, goes into turn number 1. Just ahead of him is the 13 former champion Doug Thompson. And Mark goes down to the inside, passes Thompson very cleanly here tonight. Everything Mark is doing has been very clean. Should mention that Tim Bill's second spot now, as he was able to get around Marquis Smith a few laps ago. And back on the straightaway. That's a couple of laps here with our race leader, Mark Arthur, as he wheels that machine around, trying to get himself a victory and to close out a championship season. Mark Arthur had an incredible season this year. Looking over the stats, 13 wins out of 35 starts. This is race number 40 on the season, championship night here. Nick Okie, Sam Baumgarten, Don Kilrow battling it out with Mark Arthur, but so far, look, it's hard to beat him if you can't get in front of him. Terry at the beginning of the broadcast said he was going to take out the 12, but he never had a shot. Arthur crosses the line, lap number 87 to start. Tim Bill sitting in second spot, Marquis Smith, your third place runner, as they are on the track right now. Sam Baumgarten sitting in the fourth position. Baumgarten, the closest championship contender to Mark Arthur, and he is sitting back about 7.4 seconds away from Mark Arthur. Olson right behind Baumgarten. Don Kilrow sitting right where he started here tonight. Kilrow sits in that sixth position with Tex Perry, who's up 7 spots since the beginning of this race. Tex very quietly getting it done here tonight. Speaking of quietly getting it done, how about this kid? It's the 16 TRJkarting.com Toyota Camry. Ian Habiak sitting in the 8th position. Cal Guild right behind him, and Nick Okie running in that 10th spot. He's one of the contenders, but just has not had a chance to get up towards the front here. Not liking the setup. We knew that since the beginning, and it is really coming into play now as Okie sits in that 10th position. The good news for him, last stage he was down a lap. This time by, he was able to stay on the lead lap, although Mark Arthur is slowly starting to catch the back bumper of Okie. Mark Arthur rounding the corner once again. I think he just doesn't like having drivers in front of him because, man, he gets somebody in front of him, he just wants to pass him. Lap number 91, caution should be coming out here very shortly to signify the end of stage number 2. When it does, Mark Arthur going to be the stage 2 winner here tonight. Caution comes on out. Mark Arthur, your stage 2 winner. as they chase down the pace car. Why don't you say we step away for just a moment? I got to give myself a little bit of a break. We will be right back.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them for a rest. Often imitated, never duplicated, the greatest show under the world of outlaw.
Back live here at ISM, getting ready to start the third and final stage. Let's get a word in with Mark Arthur, who has won stage 1 and now stage 2. Mark, how is the car handling?
That's pretty good. A little bit loose off, Chris, but that Tim Bills, I've been watching his times, man. He is flying. If he doesn't win this race, I don't know. I'll be lucky to win it with the speeds that he's got in that car.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm looking at best lap times here, Mark, and it's not that much of a difference between the two of you. So don't discount your speed yet. You did win stage 1 and stage 2 here, and quite honestly, the closest guy that's battling for the championship to you is Sam Baumgarten, sitting in 4th. What are your chances?
Well, Sam, I think got turned by Tim there a little bit, and there's some rivalry between those two, and I think there's some with him and Dalton too, but I don't get it. I mean, Tim's always raced me clean, but I don't know. That might shape out later, and it might not, but I think Sam got a little bit of damage, but got it all fixed. I think he still has his quick repair.
Yeah, I think he does too, Mark. Hey, listen, I just wanted to get you up here, give a shout out to you. You got some fans out there on the Turn 3 Racing Network chat live on YouTube, including Lori Lyle.
Yep, it's probably my mom and my sister. Thanks for watching. I hope I can bring it home. They've been watching me just about half the season, ever since NASCAR went on the COVID strike.
All right, bud. Well, that is going to do it. Get yourself ready to go. Pace car lights are off.
Thanks, Chris.
Mark Arthur, driver of the number 12 and leader of this race, stage 1 and stage 2 winner, getting ready to go back to action here as we go back to green. Pace car is lights out and getting ready to come down pit road very, very quickly. And that'll start up the last stage. Going to be 104 laps of potentially green flag racing. Can't wait to bring you the exciting finish here at ISM. Mark is set. He has got his hand on the shifter. He's got his hand on the wheel. This restart could make or break him. He hits the loud pedal. We are back under the green flag now. Heading into turn number 1, it's a battle for second spot. Derek Paulson, Tim Bills. Bills stuck to the outside. It's a redo from the last caution where Bills was stuck to the outside. Everybody else seemed to be getting going just a little bit quicker, just ahead of them. The 13 down slow on the apron. Everybody gets by. Doug Thompson on the apron. And right now, Bills slides into that third spot just behind Derek Paulson. Don't take your eyes off from Derek Paulson. If anybody besides Bills has something for Mark Arthur tonight, it could be that 6 car running in second spot. Sam Baumgarten sitting in 4th. Dalton Kilroe sits in 5th. Things are starting to tighten up here as the 41 working against Marquis Smith. Smith takes a spot away from Kilrow. Too wide for second spot. Bill's down to the inside, and Derek Paulson gonna lose a bunch. Oh, we're going 3 wide here at ISM. Derek, oh, Bills goes around. Bill's able to hold on to him. May have had some contact with Sam Baumgarten, and we already talked about it with Mark. There's some history there. Baumgarten getting the better end of it that time. Bills goes back to the 7th spot. Meanwhile, while all that was happening, Mark Arthur starting to run away as fast as he can. Almost has a full second on Sam Baumgarten, now in 2nd spot. Sam Baumgarten trying to track down Mark Arthur and steal one away here. As we have 100 laps to go. Arthur with a good solid lead, 0.6 of a second. It is falling. Baumgarten really is a little bit quicker than Mark right now, unless Mark is saving some. He's crafty. He's a wily veteran here on the iRacing service, and I wouldn't put it past him to be saving a little bit, but how much can he save knowing that Sam Baumgarten right there ready to take it away? The gap now about 0.6 of a second and still shrinking very slowly. Baumgarten having a little bit quicker of a car here on the short run, it seems. Last time by Sam Baumgarten, 1/1000th of a second slower than Mark Arthur. That's 1/1000th of a second. Doesn't get a lot closer than that. And Baumgarten has a mirror full of Marquis Smith. Baumgarten has to be very cautious to be watching out the front windshield and not looking out of the mirror. He cannot afford to drive out of the mirror. He has got to drive out of that windshield, keep Mark Arthur in his sights, and follow through the corners as he has all race long. He has battled back from a low of 7th spot after him and Bills had made contact earlier on in stage number 1. And now the 53 starting to show signs of a little bit of looseness. Here comes the 10 of Marquis Smith. Smith now looking to try and take the spot away, and that is something that Mark Arthur is going to have a big smile on. Marquis Smith to the inside of Sam Baumgarten, trying to take the spot away. Baumgarten slipping and sliding through the corners. He held on to 2nd spot that time by, and Marquis Smith now goes into corner 1 and takes the 2nd spot away. Baumgarten not done yet, fighting back on the outside. Meanwhile, the gap has increased to Mark Arthur. This is exactly what he wants. He wants these guys to be racing side by side. Derek Paulson watching behind them. Oh, the 41 gets loose. The 41 going around. It's Dalton Kilrow, and he is right in the middle of the track. Caution will come out. Dalton Kilrow goes around, and caution is out just like that. 3rd caution of the evening, first one for an incident on track. Talking to the producers here at Turn 3 Racing Network, they say they've got it spooled up. So let's go back and take a peek and see what happened to Dalton Kilrow right out of the cockpit camera. You see him coming out of the corner, and he is loose. He's trying to correct it by turning to the right, and then it finally hits a little grip, and it swings that thing all the way around. And luckily for Kilrow, he is going to make it out of there. Let's go back and look at it one more time through a different angle. Kilrow coming out of the corner. He has the 85 behind him. That's Tex Perry. And yeah, the rear end just starts coming around on him. He has to correct. You can see him working the steering wheel through the windshield. And Dalton Kilrow does a fantastic job to keep that thing off the wall. Ultra hard here, keeping the car off the wall. The 41 able to do it. And no damage at all, but we do fall under caution for just the third time here tonight for Kilrow as he's coming down pit road. We're on board Mark Arthur's car as he is taking service. And why not? It's a freebie here. Everybody on the lead lap coming down, taking service. And we're going to take the opportunity to pay a bill. We're going to be right back. Back live here at ISM. We're under caution number 3 of the evening here in the third stage. Just 90 laps to go for your race leader, the 12 car, second in line, looking to try and win not just the race here tonight, but the championship over Sam Baumgarten, over Dalton Kilrow, and over Nick Okie. Those 4 drivers have the opportunity to win a championship. They fought hard for 39 other races here this season at Nascom Online, and they are looking to kind of close it out here tonight at ISM. And the question that has yet to be answered as they start folding in 2 by 2 behind the pace car is, who is going to be the champion? Is it going to be Mark Arthur? Is it going to be Sam Baumgarten or Nick Okie or Don Kilrow? Those are your choices. Kilrow just went around. His car maybe not to his liking right now, a little loose coming out of that corner. May have just flipped the throttle just a little too much to bring him around. And if that's the case, that's not a setup issue. That was a right foot issue. Don Kilrow is not feeling well. Let's make sure that goes on record here. He was diagnosed just a couple of days ago with COVID and doing a great job just to be out here tonight. Not feeling well. So want to wish him a speedy recovery. Unfortunately for him, I happen to know that he is going to be racing tomorrow night, and he is battling hard right now to try and get himself into the top 4 in that series. Mark Arthur decides he's going to start on the outside. Is this the right call? We've seen the outside not really restart well here at ISM so far tonight, but Mark decides to pick it anyway, and the pace car comes on, and he wasted no time at all. Mark Arthur back on the loud pedal, back under the green flag here at ISM. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming on out to the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching Championship Night here at Nascom Online, live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We couldn't be here without you, so we do appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you here every single night. We've got something going on, and we're constantly changing, constantly trying to improve for you, our viewers. If this is your first time here with us on the Turn 3 Racing Network, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit the notification bell. Let you know when we go live every single night here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We're watching a doozy here as Mark Arthur holding on to that race lead. Sam Baumgarten running the outside lane. And we've got Marquis Smith challenging for that second spot. Marquis down to the inside, and it looks like Sam Baumgarten going to hold on to it. Marquise backs out of that 10 just a little bit and allows the 53 to get around, at least for now. Behind them, he's up 10 spots. The 85 of Tex Perry, the Yoda trying to get there. The Yoda sitting in 4th spot. Can he make a difference here in this race? Right now, doing a great job. Very quietly up to the 4th spot. Again, up 10 positions on the night. Tex Perry holding on in the top 5. Tim Bills, we saw him strong all night long, and he is one of the faster drivers out there. But Tim Bills sitting in the 5th spot. Last time by, it was all Sam Baumgarten. The fastest lap of the race so far, a 27.78 faster than Mark Arthur's best lap time, a 27.79. So Sam Baumgarten starting to get in there, starting to feel racy here on lap 116, looking to try and get to the back bumper of that pink and white Care Bears car of Mark Arthur. Working lap 116 is Mark Arthur. He has dominated this race so far with the race lead. Almost infallible, that car. The setup very good. And Sam Baumgarten trying to reel him in. This is going to be a nail biter. I have a feeling, I just have that feeling this one is going to come down to the last lap. We will see if I'm right or not. But right now, Mark Arthur sitting up top with a mirror full of Sam Baumgarten. Baumgarten has a mirror full of Marquis Smith. Marquis Smith has a mirror full of Tex Perry. Tex Perry has a mirror full of Tim Bills. Top 5 running in a row. Colin Kilroe still has not quite recovered from that last caution, as he still sits in that 8th position. Kilroe is doing everything he can to try and get there tonight. Just not feeling it, not feeling well, and that could cost him a championship here for the 41 Dr. Squatch Machine, as Kilroe working behind Derek Paulson. It's a good spot to be, trust me. Derek Paulson, a great driver, but Kilroe, I don't know if he's going to be able to get there or not. Maybe running out of energy. That was one of the things that he was talking about prior to the race. In fact, I have it on good authority that he had to step away from his computer and take a nap before this race even got underway. So he is definitely not feeling well. Don Kilroe doing everything he can. Will it be enough here tonight? The other driver on the bubble here tonight is going to be Nick Okie. Okie sits in that 9th position, so he's on the lead lap, but he seems to be falling back. Again, setup concerns. Not liking the setup, didn't like it from the start, and he let everybody know over there in Outcast Racing, as he just couldn't seem. And the big problem was the last corner before the front stretch. He just couldn't quite get a handle on it, and it is definitely affecting him in his number 9. Back up front, it is still a 5-car shootout. Who's going to be the race winner? Who's going to be the champion? Questions that we're going to answer here live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I have it on good authority that any winnings that Mark Arthur might get from the championship, he's going to split with me, so that's why I'm here tonight. Sam Baumgarten has the same deal. He's running in 2nd place, so right now I'm feeling pretty good. But we got to figure out who's going to win the championship. It is Arthur and Baumgarten running 1 and 2, running for the championship. Marquis Smith stuck in 3rd. Oh, bouncing off the wall. Smith rubbing that wall just a little bit. And as we're watching that, Tex Perry under the gun. Tim Bills gets around him. Bills starting to find speed with that setup. Fastest driver on the track last time by our race leader, Mark Arthur, with a 28.37. Tire fall off is real here, as it is almost a full second down from where we were with fresh tires. And you can see that as these cars start sliding through the corners. It's unbelievable how good of control these guys have on these cars. I'm watching Sam Baumgarten. You guys can't see him right now, but my goodness, he was really sawing on the wheel through that last corner. In fact, let's go ahead and bring him up. Sam Baumgarten live on your screen to the right-hand side. One of the many things that we love doing here on the Turn 3 Racing Network is bringing you the perspective of the driver, and we can see Sam Baumgarten working his number 53 around this track and just holding on. Marquis Smith getting ready to battle it out with Tim Bills right behind him. Marquis Smith, one of those drivers we have an onboard shot of. Marquis on the outside, Tim Bills working the inside. Bills with a good run coming out of the corner. Tim Bills taking over that third spot from Marquis Smith. And the 85 of Tex Perry looking to try and get there. Perry trying to block off that inside line, using Tim Bills as kind of a pick, and it doesn't happen as the 10 scoots down to the inside. He's going to try and get back in there. Marquis Smith not done yet, wants to get back into the top 3, ain't going to do it this time by. The guy we're watching, though, Mark Arthur. Mark Arthur is our race winner, or excuse me, race leader in that pink and white Care Bears machine, number 12. And he has led most of the laps here tonight. I don't think anybody's going to try and contend with him as far as laps led. But it doesn't matter how many laps you lead. If you don't lead the last one, you don't win the race. And that is exactly what Mark Arthur is trying to do tonight. He's trying to win the war and the battle here tonight. Edge of your seat driving going on here around ISM. Maybe not one of my favorite tracks, but it is definitely a challenge. Each corner just a little bit different, and the setup is key here tonight. Mark Arthur seems to have hit that setup very well. Although last time around, I will say this, Tim Bills with a 28.46 versus Mark Arthur's 28.68. So Bills right now, one of the fastest drivers on the track. Got to watch out for him. Last time by, Mark Arthur able to pick it up just a little bit, 3/100ths of a second quicker than Tim Bills. It's back and forth, back and forth. The Sam Baumgarten now has a rear view mirror full of the 37. These two have already made contact here tonight. Will they do it again? In fact, 2 times they've made contact. One time, Sam Baumgarten got the worst end of the deal. The second time, Tim Bills got the worst end of the deal. And now Bills down to the inside. He's looking to put a fender in. He does, heading into the next corner. They're side by side. Sam Baumgarten, Tim Bills working each other hard around these corners. And actually, Baumgarten giving them a little bit more room than maybe the last time. But Baumgarten did have the second spot still as they cross the start-finish line. Bills now going into turns 1. He is making hay. Tim Bills takes over the second spot. Mark Arthur warned about him. He said he was fast, and Tim Bills now works his way into second spot. Mark Arthur's lead, 1.37 seconds over Tim Bills. Sam Baumgarten right behind him. Tex Perry running in 4th. Marquis Smith running in 5th. Then it's Derek Paulson, Dalton Kilroe, Patrick Cowgill, and Nick Okie, with Doug Thompson running out the top 10. Kevin O'Brien out there 4 laps down. Ian Habiak, unfortunately, not able to complete this one. He's scored 24 laps down so far. He's in 12th spot. And then we know about Terry Foster. Terry Foster with the COVID foot, not able to continue on. Too much pain. Going to finish this one in 13th spot. Aaron Bockover with computer problems, not able to even start this one, along with James Bunce. Bunce also not starting this race. We're working lap 134 of 200. So 64 5 laps now to go for Mark Arthur, and the gap for the race lead is starting to shrink. Tim Bills starting to show off that long run speed. Arthur has a good car on the short run. Bills may have a slightly better car on these long runs, and he is starting to show it off. 0.4 of a second faster almost last lap than Mark Arthur was Tim Bills. Since I'm assuming that you're Mark's mother, and yeah, that's the key here. Don't let anybody pass you. Here at ISM, the only way to know for sure you're going to win the championship is to win the race, and Mark Arthur's trying to do just that, but that gap is very quickly disintegrating. 0.6 of a second now. Back to Tim Bills. Bills is definitely on fire right now. Each lap quicker than Mark Arthur for the last 3 or 4 laps in a row. This time by a little over 1/10.5 was Tim Bills quicker than Mark Arthur. He is reeling him in, and it is getting exciting here on lap number 137 of 200. Let's keep in mind these guys do have to come down pit road at least one time, maybe 2. So it is all about pit strategy here. When will Mark Arthur come down pit road? We already see 1 driver on pit road, make it 2, as Doug Thompson and Kevin O'Brien bringing it down pit road. Let's take a look at the last times on the track. Mark Arthur just a little bit faster last time by. 28.74 versus Bills 28.76, and this time by 28.85 versus Bills 28.77. So these guys are trading back and forth on the quick time here around ISM. Still in the race lead though by about 0.5 second. Mark Arthur in the 12 car, and Marcus really thinking probably strategy at this point. How best to beat Tim Bills on strategy. It could be the old guys club here tonight on victory lane, but first we have to see if Mark Arthur can actually pull this one off. Bills is faster right now, and every time by, Bills seems to be picking up speed versus Mark Arthur. It's just a matter of time. You got this feeling in the pit of your stomach when Bills will pass Mark Arthur is unsure, but he is faster right now in the middle of this run than Mark Arthur is, and that could be devastating for Mark Arthur to win this race. Still, there is a battle and there is a war going on, and Mark Arthur may give up the battle to win the war. He's a very, very smart driver. He knows that he just has to finish ahead of all the other contenders here tonight, Sam Baumgarten, Colin Kilroe, and Nick Okie, in order to win the championship. But he wants this race win. He wants it badly. Arthur through the corner. I thought he was going to come down pit road. He stays out and now has a mirror full of Tim Bills. Just 0.2 of a second. 1 car length separates first place and second place. If you weren't on the edge of your seat before, you should be now, because Tim Bills right on the back bumper of our race leader. Starting lap number 144, Mark Arthur still the race leader. Tim Bills right there. The gap holding steady at about 0.2 of a second right now. And as I say that, Bills looks to the inside. This could be a pass attempt for the lead. Mark Arthur lets him go by. A very smart move out of the veteran driver of Mark Arthur to let Bills go by. He knows he's faster. Might as well let him go. Two drivers have taken pit stops here in this final stage so far. Doug Thompson and Kevin O'Brien. Thompson being scored 3 laps down. O'Brien being scored 5 laps down. Everybody else is on there on this old tank, this old fuel cell worth of fuel, and the cars are starting to get lighter in the rear ends. That's going to change the setup a little bit, or at least the way you have to drive your setup. And right now, Tim Bills has opened up already a 1.2 second lead over Mark Arthur. Arthur desperately would love to come down pit road, but has to make the fuel strategy work. This is an open setup league, which means you have to be able to adjust your car to get it set up to be able to race the way you want it to. Mark Arthur looks like he has a great short run and maybe mid run, and Tim Bills looks like he is set up for the long run. A good call here with the amount of drivers that started this race. Let's see if it's going to pay dividends for Tim Bills at the end of this one. Our race leader, the 37, Tim Bills, in second spot. Mark Arthur out of Roanoke, Virginia. Sam Baumgarten sits in third spot out of Mars, Pennsylvania. Marquis Smith out of Idaho Falls. A young man trying to stay inside of the top 5. Marquis Smith sits in 4th position. And then in 5th, it's the 40-year-old out of Ona, West Virginia. It's Tex Perry holding on to that top 5 spot. Want to thank Tex Perry for inviting us over here for the broadcast here tonight. He didn't really. Mark Arthur did it, but Tex is okay with it. And Tex is running a heck of a league over here on Saturday nights. It's called Nascom Online, and that's what we're watching right now live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Derek Paulson running just outside of the top 5. He's running in 6th position with Dalton Kilroe in 7th. Kilroe brought out a caution flag with a self-spin. Didn't make contact with anything or anybody, but just has not been able to recover the track position. So important here tonight. In 8th position is going to be Patrick Cowgill. Cowgill out of Colma, Michigan. Driver of the number 31, the CTNN V1 Syndrome Awareness Machine. I love seeing causes on cars, and thank you to Patrick Cowgill for bringing attention to that cause. Back up front, though, it is Tim Bills leading the way. Already has himself a 2.7 second lead over second place, Mark Arthur. Arthur has led more laps here than anybody else, and I don't think that anybody can beat that mark here tonight. The 12 machine sitting in second spot. He's also one of the drivers going for the championship, along with the third place driver, Sam Baumgarten. Baumgarten looks like he might be a little quicker now than Mark Arthur. Last time by, a 29.04 for Sam Baumgarten, a 29.31 for Mark Arthur. So the 53, that long run, is really helping out the setup for that 53. About 3 seconds behind Tim Bills. Our race leader is Mark Arthur and Sam Baumgarten. Baumgarten really starting to push in on those corners. Baumgarten closing the gap some more, and then comes down pit road unexpectedly along with Tim Bills. Bills, your race leader, surrenders it, and that gives it back to Mark Arthur. Arthur now out there on the old tires, on the low fuel tank, has to decide when he's going to come down pit road. Ooh, Mark Arthur hitting the clutch, shutting down the engine, trying to save fuel. Mark Arthur has a plan, and he's going to try and run it. We jump into the cockpit now of Mark Arthur just to see what he is doing. And we'll watch him along the way. Shuts it down. Saving a ton of fuel here as Mark. Will it be enough? So right now, Arthur is banking on the fact that he can try and make it one more pit stop where everybody else will have to come down one more time as well. Hey, you know who else is really good at that fuel strategy? How about this guy right here? This guy right here, Alan Kilrow. He's very good at fuel strategy. Let's see what he's doing. Oh, he's shutting it down way early. So Kilrow and Arthur still doing the same thing. Oh, wicked movement out of the steering wheel when he kicked it back on. Alan Kilrow says enough is enough. I'm bringing down pit road along with Mark Arthur. So our race leader giving it up. Coming down pit road is Mark Arthur, and waiting to see him hit his stall. Bill's about 30 seconds behind Arthur, and he will have the lead back, I believe. I don't think Arthur's going to be able to make a pit stop quick enough unless he's not going to take tires. No, right side is up. Mark Arthur taking tires. So Tim Bill's going to be our race leader at the end of this. Oh, this could be devastating for Arthur. He waited. Sam Baumgarten did not. Sam Baumgarten going to be ahead of Mark Arthur on track. This could be a wicked call here for Mark Arthur. May have stayed out on track a little too long. It could be fuel strategy, but we're going to have to wait and find out. Arthur has not been this far back in the field all night long. Right now, sitting in the 5th spot. Tim Bills, your race leader, and Sam Baumgarten sits in that 2nd spot. Bills so incredibly fast here. The race leader was actually picked by Mark Arthur to try and win this one, and he may just do it at lap 158. Bills still has the race lead into lap 159. Championship consequences are on the line here as Sam Baumgarten is in 2nd spot. Arthur is in 5th, about 7 seconds behind. Alan Kilrow still on pit road. Kilrow, let's take a look in on him, as he just looks exhausted at this point. He's barely moving. His head was down. Usually the kid has a smile on his face when he's racing, and right now you can just tell he's not feeling up to par, just out there getting the motions. And unfortunately for Kilrow, right now he's being scored in 3 laps down. The kid needs to get some rest before tomorrow night. There's another championship on the line for him in another league. Tim Bills, your race leader. Sam Baumgarten sitting in 2nd. Marquis Smith holding on to 3rd. Marquis having a great night here tonight, running a 3rd spot, and he's really been up inside the top 3 for most of the night. Marquis Smith getting it done against some very stiff competition, and this has got to add a little confidence to him as he's getting around this track very, very well. He'll be running this track in just a few weeks here, and I'm sure this is great information that he's pulling in, putting in the Rolodex of his brain, saying, yeah, I know I can contend here. Tim Bills, your race leader, working lap 164 of 200. As this one is starting to get very close to the end, we're going to hit the old split screen so you don't miss any of the action. But we're going to take a break here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We will be right back. At Clear live at ISM, the virtual ISM. Tim Bills, your race leader. Sam Baumgarten, Marquis Smith, your top three. Mark Arthur sitting in fourth position. Arthur still sits on about a 6.3 second gap to the race leader. Derek Paulson sits in fifth position. Patrick Cowgill sitting in the sixth position. Tex Perry just coming down pit road in seventh. Nick Okie, Doug Thompson, Dalton Kilroe, Kevin O'Brien, the last drivers on track, top 11 on track right now. Ian Habiak, unfortunately, had to retire about 63 laps ago. Terry Foster is out of the race. Aaron Backover and James Bunce never had a chance to start it. Up front, though, it is Tim Bills, and he is the race leader. Sam Baumgarten sitting in second spot, and that is trouble for Mark Arthur. Arthur, who is in a challenge for the championship here tonight, has to try and catch your second place finisher, or second place runner of Sam Baumgarten in the number 53 in order to make his season complete. Can he do it is the question. We've got about 27 laps to go here from ISM live on the Turn 3 Racing Network. I want to thank everybody once again for tuning in. It's getting late here on the East Coast, about 11:45. And we are watching some incredible action getting around this track. Talked about him just a moment ago. How about Sam Baumgarten running in the second position? Sam doing everything he can to try and win a championship here tonight, and that's really what it's all about, championships. Sam Baumgarten in that second spot right now would have the points to take the championship away from Mark Arthur, who has had such a great season. Sam Baumgarten had a pretty darn good season himself. 5 wins, 25 top 5s, 28 top 10s here on the Nascom Online Series. Things are starting to wind down now. 25 laps to go. Everybody can make it on fuel. Everybody will make it on the tires that they have. Will Sam Baumgarten be able to hold on for our race or our season championship? Can Mark Arthur catch him? Things that we have to decide here in the next 25 laps. See the 31 right behind Sam Baumgarten. That's Patrick Cowgill. Cowgill goes around. Again, Baumgarten being very smart about that. Doesn't need to press the issue. Cowgill sitting 2 laps down. Baumgarten smart enough to know that he is not racing him for position. Just let him go on by. Good news for the Mark Arthur fans. He is starting to close the gap to our race leader. It's down to about 5.5 seconds. More importantly, it's about 4 seconds to Sam Baumgarten. That would be for the championship. And Tim Bills, well, Tim Bills is starting to check out. 1.77 seconds over Sam Baumgarten, your race leader. Tim Bills looking to try and get it done here with 22 laps to go. Baumgarten knows all he has to do is beat Mark Arthur. Would love to take the race win. Wants the championship more for the 53 Serby machine. There will be celebrations here tonight. It's just a matter of figuring out who. Tim Bills, your race leader, looking to play spoiler here tonight. parentheses next to his name means that he made it into the top 8 in points, just not able to make it into the top 4. He looks like he was running in 5th spot. Bill's having a pretty good season himself. 4 race wins, 13 top 10s with 9 top 5s. Are you chewing on your fingernails yet? Because I am. Sam Baumgarten in 2nd spot, looking to try and take the championship away. Mark Arthur chipping away at the gap between himself and Sam Baumgarten. The gap between them about 3.5 seconds, with just 19 laps to go around this 1 mile track. Make it 18 miles to go before we know who the champion is here at Nascom. So many drivers just refusing to let it go. The determination of a championship being fully displayed here tonight. Sam Baumgarten involved in a small incident, didn't bring out the caution with our race leader. Tim Bills way back in stage number 1 has fought hard and made his way up to 2nd spot. Will it be good enough for a championship here tonight? We're going to find out here in about 17 laps. Baumgarten slowly starting to reel in Tim Bills. Baumgarten might be looking for more than just a championship here. He might be looking for a race win. Wouldn't that be something? Tim Bills down below on the apron, staying off from the cones. Definitely is losing some time now to Sam Baumgarten. Baumgarten finding some speed here in this mid-length run. 1.4 seconds at the line between Tim Bills and Sam Baumgarten. Baumgarten about 3 seconds over Mark Arthur. This one could be slipping away from the 12 machine, who led more laps here tonight than anybody else. Take a look at Mark Arthur, and you see the distance just for a second there that he has to try and make up on Sam Baumgarten. Baumgarten with the 85 right behind him. That's Tex Perry. Perry looking down to the inside. Baumgarten gonna let him go, I think. Yeah, there it is. So Baumgarten lets him go. And that's gonna allow Mark Arthur to really close in some time there. It's down to 2.7, that'll make it 2.8 seconds. As Baumgarten had to let off the throttle a little bit to let Tex Perry go by. Perry, the first car a lap down here with 13 laps to go. Twelve laps to go for your race leader, Tim Bills. And that beautiful number 37. Man, is he getting it done here tonight? Mark Arthur kind of foreshadowed this one by saying he was going to be fast and to watch out for him. And Tim Bills is definitely proving that one out. Just 1 more mile to go to make it 10 laps to go for Tim Bills. Oh, Sam Baumgarten bringing it down pit road. Oh, devastating problem for Baumgarten, who didn't have enough fuel. And Mark Arthur now takes over 2nd spot. That's for the championship. Oh, that is huge. Oh, that is so big. Remember, Arthur, very good at saving fuel. He was doing it earlier. And now he knows all he has to do is have enough fuel to make it 10 more miles around this track Oh my Lord, did not see that one coming. As Mark Arthur 3.15 seconds behind Tim Bills. Bills, your race leader with 9 laps to go. You've got your sister, you've got your mother watching. Mark Arthur, now is the time to seal this championship up. 9 laps to go for the number 12. 9 laps to go. Make it 8 as he crosses the start finish line for Tim Bills as the race leader to try and win the last race of the season for this Nascom Online Championship Night Series. Tim Bills leading the way with 8 laps to go. Make it about 7 as he is on the front stretch now. Sun starting to go down here at ISM. This one will be done in plenty of time. No need to bring out the lights here tonight at ISM as we have only 7 miles to go with an average speed of about 130 miles an hour. These guys are still touching 152, 153 miles an hour, even with these older tires. Last time Tim Bills was on pit road, lap 153. I believe he is going to have enough fuel to make it the distance if I do the quick math. If that's the case, he's got a 2.6 second lead over Mark Arthur, and that will be enough to win tonight's race. But the championship is on the line. Mark Arthur has set himself up to become champion here tonight if he can hold on for 5 more laps. Lori's out there. Come on, brother. Come on, brother. Making it happen. She's willing Mark Arthur to the championship. 4 laps to go here tonight from ISM. Just shy of midnight here on the East Coast. And the championship gonna happen here in about 2 minutes. Tim Bills looking for the race lead, or excuse me, the race win as he enters onto the front stretch. 1 more mile before 2 laps to go for this gentleman in the number 37. Tim Bills going to make it happen here as he turns into turn number 1 and comes out onto this very short stretch into turn 2. Turn number 3 for Bills. Bills leading the way, 2.62 seconds now over Mark Arthur, and it's starting to gap just a little bit. Onto the front stretch, popsicle sticks in the air, 2 laps to go, 2 miles for Tim Bills, 2 miles for Mark Arthur. If he can hold on, he has a championship under his belt. Tim Bills looking for the race win, Mark Arthur looking for the championship here tonight. We're going to bring up Mark Arthur's live in-car camera as we take the white flag indicating 1 lap to go for Tim Bills. Bills looking to try and take the race away from everybody else here tonight. He has been fast and very, very fast on these longer runs. Tim Bills enters into the corner, onto the stretch, and back into turns. Tim Bills gonna be the race winner here tonight if he can just hold on. Onto the front stretch he goes. Tim Bills gonna be your race winner here tonight. Checkered flag in the air. Mark Arthur looking now to cross the start finish line. He has. Mark Arthur gonna be your series champion here tonight, and Derek Paulson taking 3rd. It has been settled, ladies and gentlemen. The Nascom unofficial results put it as Tim Bills, your race winner. Mark Arthur, Derek Paulson, 2nd and 3rd, with Mark Arthur going to be your series champion. That was good racing all around. We had 2 cautions for stage ending cautions, and we had 1 caution involving Dalton Kilrow, which brought out the yellow flag. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for just a few moments. We're going to get post-race interviews up and running here in just a moment. You're watching live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Championship night for Nascom. Back live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. We just watched 200 laps here around ISM, and we have got our top 3 finishers waiting to talk to us here tonight. And finishing in the 3rd spot, it is going to be, let me just get rid of this real quick, going to be Derek Paulson. Derek, Chris, up in the booth, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, but well, it was a good night for you. You ended up finishing in 3rd spot. Really an up and down night for the 6 machine. It seems like whenever I looked, you were in a different spot all night long, never really kind of being in the same position. So you were working hard all night long. Are you sweating at all?
Not too bad. The setup was okay. I'm not very good at making setups, but it was okay. I had decent speed, but I saw how many laps we had on that last caution to go towards the end, and I'm like, well, you know what? I'm going to try a different strategy and save fuel. So I saved fuel for 2 fuel runs and came home 3rd.
And 3rd place, a fine finish here tonight. Who do you have on the 6 machine that you have to thank for the season of sponsorship here?
I got to thank MF Racing Designs. He does all our paints, and he does a really good job. Got to thank you up in the booth for doing this for us tonight. I got to congratulate Mark. It's long overdue. It's about time that he brings it home because he's one of the classes of the league here. So I'm happy that he finally brought it home. And got to thank Outcast Auto Sports. It's a fun group of guys. We race together. We game together. We do all kinds of stuff together. So it's good to race with them. And I think that's about it.
All right, Derek. Well, always class act, bud, and can't wait to talk to you next time. Congratulations once again on your 3rd place finish.
Thank you.
That is Derek Paulson bringing it home in 3rd spot here tonight, and bringing it home in the 1st position. It is going to be Tim Bills. Tim, this is Chris up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, Chris, I got you.
Well, bud, it looked like the long run setup was the answer for tonight's race, as it looked like maybe for the first 50 or so laps, that car didn't have too much. And then all of a sudden, man, but it come in.
Yeah, that was my hope. I had it set up for the long run because I knew, history shows that in Nascom here we get long green flag runs. So I wanted to, I knew I might give up a little bit of early run speed, but then I could have it on a long run for sure. That was where I was looking.
Well, it was a lot of fun to watch it, and man, did you have a up and down kind of night. At one point, you and Sam got together. Well, actually, make it 2 times. The first time you kind of got into him. The second time he got into you, and you made your way back up and took the race lead, and really didn't have to look back all that much. You did have a 2-second lead at the line when the checkered flag flew.
Yeah, I hate that with Sam. I honestly don't want to. I want to race him clean. I don't want to have some kind of grudge or anything per se, but things happen and none of it was intentional. I'm sure he didn't intentionally get into me and I didn't intentionally get into him either.
Oh, it's just the way it is. It's racing.
Yeah. And got to look at it that way. We do this to have fun, and when it becomes We say, a battle and not fun. I'm not going to do it any longer.
That's exactly right, Tim. And man, what a good job you did here tonight, taking the race win. Who do you have on the 37 machine that you need to thank for being with you here all season long?
Yeah, first I want to give a shout out to my buddy Russ and tell him we're thinking about him. And thank the rest of the guys at Wheeling and Dealing Motorsports, and my sponsors H&H Sign Supply and JustForCrafters.com. And I'll thank you guys for broadcasting the race here. Tex does a heck of a job with this. He puts in a lot of effort, and it shows.
Yeah, man, this has been a lot of fun for me. And hey, with the race win, I'm pretty sure it was a lot of fun for you. So congratulations once again to Tim Bills, driver of the number 37, with the race win. And that leaves us with just one more person to talk to here. He happened to finish in second spot. He is got a big smile on his face. He is ready to talk. He just doesn't know. Well, he always talks he's always talking. And let's just get him in here. It is Mark Arthur. First of all, Mark, congratulations on a second place finish here tonight in that you had the Care Bears. You had the Care Bears car out there tonight.
Yeah. I always try to bring a fun car, something funny. So the girlier, the better. Yeah.
Well, I have had the pleasure of knowing you now for a couple of years, and I am very excited to say not only did you have a second place finish here tonight, but congratulations on a championship run. 40 races in the books. You're the best of them all.
Yeah, it's been a long time, Chris. I think I've ran with Texas League. Oh my gosh. I mean, all the way back since 2014, I think. And it's like, I took a couple years of iRacing off, and when I came back, I raced with them again. But just about every year I've raced, I've won the regular season championship. And it's like an omen. It's like every year something happens I think one year I had to go pick my stepfather up from Florida, and another year something else happened in the chase. And it's just like, power will go out or something happens, just knocks me out of the chase every year. And finally this year, I finally got the win.
Well, it's been a long season. I can just tell by looking at some of the stats here. Let's go over them one more time. Mark, you had 36 starts, including tonight. You had 13 wins, including tonight. You had 25 top fives with 27 top tens. Man, that sounds like a championship season. So all credit goes right back to you and that 12 car. What a hell of a year for you, bud. Congratulations once again. Who do you have to thank on that number 12?
Well, I want to thank Michael Falk Racing Designs. He's came on board with us with the Alcos Autosports team with myself, Sam, Nick, and Derek. And Tanner was racing with us, but he hasn't been here in a while. But I always have to thank all of them. I mean, anybody ever needs a paint design, use Michael Falk. Man, he is really, really good and really thorough and does real good work. You, man, your saving grace coming in here. My mom was kind of brokenhearted because we had another broadcasting company that will not be named, and they kind of bailed on us with three races to go. I know we had low car counts, but when a league's paid you, when the league's paid you all year, it's kind of me. You stick it out with 3 to go. If you quit halfway through season, one thing, but with 3 to go, I think I would have just stuck that out and kind of bit the bullet on that one and just been loyal to them that they were loyal to you throughout the year. But man, you're a saving grace to come in here and do me a favor and broadcast this race for us. At least my mother and sister can watch the championship race, and other people's fans that wanted to watch them too. My mom and sister kind of got hooked on it with the COVID thing, and there was no NASCAR, so they started watching me, and they've been there just about every week that we've been broadcasted. They've been there, and I really appreciate all of them showing up and supporting me.
Now, it's been a lot of fun, Mark, and I want to thank you for the opportunity to watch you win a championship, man. Congratulations goes out to you one more time. Any last minute thoughts, any last minute anything before we kind of kick this one off the air?
No, I mean, I think, Tex might want to talk to you about next season, maybe possibly doing something. I don't know what your schedule is like or what Turn 3 schedule is like, but I think he's interested in looking for another broadcaster. I forgot to thank Tex, by the way, and Nascom Online, the league. He's done it for years and years and years. I wish a lot of more people would come out and race. I know it's open setups, but don't be scared. A lot of us will try to help when we can. I mean, I don't like to just hand setups out, but I'm willing to give you advice and look at your setup and try to help you. And a lot of people in here are like that. So, don't be scared. Open setups are pretty fun. Everybody complains about the single groove racing and iRacing, but as you can see, if it's open setups, you can generally make a setup to run wherever you want to, and it's just a lot more fun than the fixed setups. So, but anybody wants to come out, come on and join. And again, thanks Tex and Nascom Online and you guys as always.
Absolutely, bud. And again, congratulations. Go out there and celebrate. You and I, we're due to have a drink here right after this race.
All right, man, we'll have to do some Jackbox.
There we go. We'll be doing it here in just a bit. But first, I want to get a word in with the series owner. There's a ton of work that goes in behind the scenes, and this man, Tex Perry, has put in all of the effort for all 40 races here tonight. It would be remiss of me to forget about him. Tex, this is Chris up in the booth. Do you have a copy?
Hey, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing great, buddy. Listen, 40 races in the season. It has come down to your champion, Mark Arthur, in the number 12 car. And I wanted to give you a shout out. I've been in your shoes. I have run many leagues, and it's not an easy thing to do. Congratulations on getting through another series here, Nascom Online. And I'm going to open the floor up to you, bud. Whatever you want to say, this is the opportunity for you.
Chris, I really appreciate Turn 3 and you coming in tonight. It's been a long season. It's been a really tough season. We've had some really great races. This is probably one of the better ones. I'm still remiss at one caution. It's like, holy crap, other than the stage ends. And I can't say enough about these guys. Week in, week out, they do what they do. And they're the ones that make this league fun. I just set up the races and run the points, honestly, and turn some laps here and there. But these guys are what actually makes this place fun. We've been around a while. We started out in some street stocks, and we moved up, ran a couple seasons. Then we ran some late models, and now we've been running the ARCA car for like the past 3 seasons, I think. And this car has been producing the most varying winners. The plan is right now to stick with this car for next season. And again, we're going to follow the Cup schedule and see what happens. But yeah, Mark's been waiting for this for a long time coming. He's finally earned that championship, got that championship ring coming. But he's been a big help. All my guys, Mark, Bunsey, Doug, myself, it's been a long season for all of us. And like I say, all the drivers, I can't say enough about them. They're like I said, they're just what makes this league flat out fun.
Well, it's always a pleasure to hear the excitement from the admin side about how their season went, man. So congratulations goes out to you and to Nascom Online. It's been a heck of a good time here for me here tonight. A little bit on the late side, I'll give you that, but a lot of fun. So congratulations to your season.
Thank you so much, Chris.
And that was Tex Perry, admin, owner, and fourth place finisher here tonight too. I guess we got to throw that in there. And for Turn 3 Racing Network, I am going to have to say a good night to everybody. I've got to celebrate with Mark Arthur. Happens to be a friend of mine here that I've met just a couple of years ago, and I'm very excited that he ended up being the champion here for the Nascom Online Series, and it's going to be a lot of fun just listening in and talking with him and some of the other guys here and the post race after we go off the air. If this is your first time joining us here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, look, I want to thank you so much for spending some time with us here on a Saturday night into Sunday morning, and we can't wait tomorrow night, it's Blazing Pedals. You want to talk about Mark Arthur? Not only is he an incredibly good racer, but he's an incredibly good admin. Tomorrow night, live right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Let's watch the Blazing Pedals League go at it for the last of the fight to get into the final four of their race season. And with that, my name is Chris, and I can't thank you enough. Have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you next time.